We're going to do this again. I'm going to make a different bow. And let me set this one off to the side and move this. And if you were watching me earlier, my internet was just not cooperating. So I'm hoping that stopping and restarting and going live this way, we'll be able to see much better. All right. So, as I mentioned, this folds up into an 11-inch design. This one comes with 4 pegs, and we're going to be making loops between the top pegs. And actually, on that last bow, I also did in the center. But if you want to use this like the Easy Bowmaker, then just use the top 2 pegs or the bottom 2 pegs. You don't have to use all 4 of them, but it's super fun if you do, because that's going to give you results like I just got. Now, so for this, on the base, I do, you can go 6, 7, 8. You can have as large of or small as bows you want. Let's go a little bit bigger. Let's go an 8-inch. And I'm going to go in the top, give it a twist. And I'm going to do an 8-inch, loop. Ribbon tail and loop. So I'm going to come out here to the 8-inch mark. Ribbon tail and loop. And for this one, I'm going to repeat this on the top. So I've got my 2 loops and 2 tails, and I'm going to face them this way. I'm going to repeat that down here on the bottom set of pegs. 1 tail, 1 loop, another loop, and another 8-inch tail. Those are going to be facing this way. So I'm already starting off with a monstrous size bow. This one's going to be 16 inches in diameter versus my normal 12 inches in diameter. So we started out with some ribbon. This is what's fun about using this technique, is that there are no rules. So now I'm going to go in the middle one, and I'm going to add a red in the middle. Do an 8-inch loop, twist, and another 8-inch loop, twist. Ta-da! And I'm going to go top one, navy. And we're going to do about a 7-inch loop, top, there, and there. Okay. Let's get that out of the way. So I used some of that navy blue up on top. See what other magical things I have over here? I'm literally using ribbon that's already open. That's all Patriotic. Or similar colors for Patriotic. Ooh, there we go. How about some of that? I've got all kinds of ribbon. I don't know about you all, but I got all kinds of ribbon. And this project that I do every year here in our little town where I go and I decorate with bows, Patriotic bows. Last year, by the way, I hang them up in May before Memorial Day. And I want to tell you that at least one of my bows is still hanging at the firehouse. And I usually hang 2 there. And one of them just came off last month. So if that tells you anything about the quality, what we're working with, right? That's fun. That is fun. That they're lasting, and I've gotten it down to a nice technique. That's for sure. Awesome. Okay. All right. So we've got kind of a base going on, but I want to have those beautiful voluptuous tails too to play with. So We're going to be adding some tails, but remember, I also said if you've got leftover ribbon, maybe you cut too many ribbon tails on a previous project, or maybe you've just got the end of a roll on some different rolls of ribbon. Grab those suckers and watch. I'm just going to add some ribbon tails. Boom, boom, right there in the center. Watch how this is all going to play out. Let's add a little bit of blue in there. A few blue ribbon tails. I'm going to cut a couple of these. And we're going to add a layer of this royal blue now. And we're going to point it downward on the bottom peg, and then we're going to go to the top peg and point it upward. And now we've added yet another layer in there. And each layer, even though it's not a lot we're adding on, each layer adds such significant value. It truly does. Let's do the same thing. Let's add a little white now. I'm not sure how much of this we're going to be able to get away with, so I'm just going to go right smack in the middle, give it a twist, come out just a little bit shorter than the row before. Keep these facing the right direction. Ooh, that one's gonna be close. Look, I'm just gonna have enough right there. We're gonna be able to reuse that. But look, another empty roll of ribbon, so you know what that means. I think I've emptied 2 so far. Watch the magic now. So I'm gonna take, where's my 1.5? Which color do I want? Let me see what else I have over here, 1.5. In the, oh yeah, there we go. Got some of, oh, this one. I like this one. We're going to use that one. Already decided. Watch what happens when I take this ribbon, and now I'm going to measure out some tails with just, let's do about 15-inch tails. And that's going to go right here in the center, and we're going to bring that down. Now let's add another layer. Where is it at? Here it is. Let's take some of that 7/8 inch in navy blue, and we're going to bring it down into a couple of tails. But this one I'm also going to come up here and I'm going to make some loops out of. So this one I'm going to do 4 loops. I'm going to do 2 loops on each side and use that center peg. I'm going to do a short. So I've already done my tails already. I did my tails separately. Look at all of that beauty. Look at it all. You guys can't see it very well. Let me try and show you. This is what it looks like from that angle. And let's grab a zip tie. I'm almost tempted though, y'all. I have this piece. I think I'm going to add this to the back of it. Actually, you know what I can do before I do that? Let's take this one, and this one up. And I'm going to put that one down and then these. Oh, I'm not sad I did that. I'm not sad at all. I like it. All right. let's take our zip tie. Let's go underneath our bow. I'm going to run it right along where these pegs are at. Maybe. And now we do have the zip ties, by the way, for those of you who didn't realize it, we actually carry zip ties at Festive Creations. So we carry some of the basic tools, and this is one of them. Of course, the Bowmaker we have there as well. All right, before I lift that completely off, I'm going to cut me a piece of wire, and I'm going to make this pretty long because these may end up going around a telephone pole. So I need some pretty, let me do a little bit longer than that. I measured the pole at 32 inches in diameter. So I want to have something at least 32 inches plus some room to tie it, right? All right, here we go. I'm going to lift that up. I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to bring that wire underneath my zip tie. And oh, my wire got hung up there. There we go. And now I'm going to take that zip tie and turn it towards the back and tie, zip it tight. Before I completely do it down, I'm just going to tighten it down. I'm just going to check that my ribbon didn't get folded or anything. Any of my bows, my loops, and I'm going to tighten it even more. Woo, yeah. There we go. Uh-oh, I didn't even pay attention to what time it is, y'all. What time is it? Oh, it's bus time. Yay. The man Eli's almost home. All right, here we go. So there is our bow. And of course, I'm going to be dovetailing and fluffing all of that out. But look at how beautiful. And this one, we went with 8-inch loops. So this is going to be even a larger bowl. So it's going to be about 16 inches in diameter. And these bows make great decor for your front porch, for your handrails, maybe on your patio. I will be hanging some at the post office, at the firehouse. I live in a very small community. So I'm going to be doing something new this year and hanging them on the telephone poles that are leading up to our little town from the main road. So it's kind of like a welcome thing. I've just got started making the bows. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them made. And I need about 20 more. So I'll be cranking out some bows. And I'll be using some of my leftover ribbon, my end of roll ribbon, my scrap ribbon, or I hate to call it scrap because it's really not scrap. It's just valuable ribbon that might be too small to be used in a project. So we're going to be using it this way. And there we go. I'll do it a little more fluffing when I get done, but there's the next bow. Check this out. Okay, let's bring it over here. Come on, come on. So this one is the 16-inch diameter. This one's 12. Look at how beautiful those bows are. And I'll be doing some little curly cues with it, making it all nice and pretty before